Check one. There we go. Happy Friday, y'all. How y'all doing? Mike was not connecting for some reason. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. It's Feedback Friday. It is time. Something good. You are too kind. You are too kind. Welcome in. Saf, welcome in to you. Inspector, welcome back. Happy Friday. It's been a minute. Olivia, welcome in. How are you? Hope everyone is doing well out there. I don't really have anything major to report. Wait, no, I do. No live streams next week. No live streams next week. I have to repeat that again. No live streams again next week. Scott, kiddo school stuff, all sorts of intersecting things that need my undivided attention. So, no live streams next week. We'll try to get a couple updates out in the Discord and whatnot in that time. I think that's the only real announcement that I have this morning. Made some funky beats before the stream fired up. Every person named Chris. This is amazing. Inspector, hey, how you doing? Happy Friday to you. If you're wondering how this was made, the sum is bigger than the parts. Listen to this. This is what's coming out of number one. Just little clicks. This guy. Just some blam blams. Some noisy blam blams. Went old school again with all these old reactor ensembles. Been digging back into them over the past couple of months. This guy, who actually doesn't really sound like this, that actually sounds more like this. But then I interrupted it. And then there's this guy. I like this guy. He's pretty cute. And that's this morning's soup. All right, what did you guys make? What did you make? Oh, something good says, I am drunk, I am ready for funk. Oh, Inspecta's back. It's been a minute. You're doing well. That's good to hear. New Twitch account. Need to get into those blam blams. Big MPC vibes. Yeah, all the old school reactor ensemble stuff is just fun. Just experimental, full of happy accidents, lively feedback, all sorts of stuff. All right. Shall we dig in and see what you guys made? Shall we do that? Oh, if you guys are looking for if you're looking for VODs here on Twitch and you're not finding them and you're like, where are they? They have moved. They are now over here. the limit of what can be stored on Twitch has changed. So we can't have all of our VODs. So we're waiting for them to purge everything. And we'll just put like, I don't know, some faves up there. But in the meantime, while that transition takes place, you can check out the YouTube channel. You should be able to watch all of the VODs, all the episodes. There are a couple that are missing, but there's thousands of hours. You can go back several years and look at all the Feedback Fridays and see how different sound packs were made and all sorts of stuff. So go there, hit the sub button, help us grow, share it, all that good stuff. Ooh, Something Good says tomorrow is Norway's Constitution Day. So I got too much alcohol for tomorrow. So I am making the load lighter today. Excellent. Doing your part. Doing your part. All right. Shall we click into Yield Discord and see what you guys brought today? Hi, Pyrocam. Pyrocam wishes they could be here today. They are stuck at work. AD kicking things off today. I'm just going to grab a notepad so I'm more ready for y'all. We don't need this. And that is from before. We are now. We do not need before. All right, here we go. Oh, thank you. Something Good. Appreciate it. Bezos. Bezos. How you doing? How you doing? Happy Friday to you. Hope you're doing well over there. We're just about to hit play. Shall we do this? I think we shall. AD saying this ain't get enough love the first time, so I got to reshare. All right. Let me just take this over to the browser where we will get a better experience here. This one?
Nerds always run shit, cause we ahead of our time. Bill Gates could kill young boy and get away with it, and that's what this is about. People jealous of a motherfucker who can't make a living because he real as shit, his principles, and yet he isn't. Stuck in school no more, I'm like all of them stupid bitches who pull eyes on my name cause I ain't cater to opinions. Was grinning and getting venom for listening to her shit and witnessing anime. Now women wanna be all the minutes, trying to ride the wave that we set in like by existing. You don't fuck with my presence cause the future is what I live in. Been fucking with thick women since 6 inches. Now LeBron's a midget when compared to my dick, bitch. Hating women to look cool to your friends with. If they anorexic shit, they won't swallow my jizz then. Y'all asking where did all the bitches go? They went to men who wipe they ass with your opinions, bro. Cause assholes cannot speak, they just be straight shitting. So they learn it after high school, the nerdy men are cold. Said you the alpha, I bet, cause you don't got patience. And that's why your ex hanging out with Davis. And you wondering why, like a math equation. You the whole alphabet, but OG, you ain't it. A body count of 80 means that you can't hold your bitches down. Don't wanna stick around. We be in ourselves and we don't value your opinions. How? We knew we better now. Welcome to the adult world. Lies and compensation when I keep you adult girls. So what about the girls? So what about the girls? Cause we not running your jobs, all your money in our burrow. I'm not making shit for no validation, bitches. And that's how the nerds set the trends up in the shit. If 80 don't stand for my name, then it's stand for after death. After death, I'll get the fame, but in life I have to bet. Slave away to get a chain till I get my master's bed. When I finally graduate, mixes in my roster with. Nazis say I'm Jewish star. Saving up your money, you won't have to rent a car. Bill Gates could buy a fucking person. That should be your only goal. These goons thinking that they hard.
All right. This was good. I like this. There's a couple things I think could make it better. I think if the hats were just a little bit stronger in the mix, it would feel a little bit more in your face. And I'd hit the vocals with some saturation to finish just to help them feel a little bit more full and upright in the mix. They are sitting on top of everything, but I kind of want them just to dominate, right? The lyrical context kind of calls for it. You know what I mean? A little more edge and definition. And then the mumble track, the backing track, I think it can be moved out to the sides so we can kind of detect what's happening there a little bit better. And I think it'll also help with the main vocal being right up on top and just maintaining that dominance there. The other guys can kind of peek out from the side. Syntremic, how you doing? How you doing? Happy Friday to you. Hope you're doing well over there. AD, I hope that resonates with you, vibes with you, helps you make it even better. Maxim is here this morning. All right, Maxim saying, hey, if you're into synthwave ambient music, I'd really appreciate it if you gave my new track on Spotify a listen and maybe even added it to one of your playlists. Well, I'll tell you what. We tend to do feedback. I'm just joshing with you. It says feedback would also be really nice. Let me just click over here. Oh, wait, hold on a second. If I do that, it's not going to work. So I'm signed in over here. All right, here we go.
Why do you do this? When in a moment, couldn't see your behavior was toxic for me. Eternal optimist, I make the best of it. Couldn't see your behavior was toxic. Don't imitate, sit like you open all my scars, lie to me.
All right. This is a confluence here is what this is. Liv is like, hi, someone likes synthwave reporting in. Is this funk, I think? Is back to saying, I think funk isn't usually 4/4. Definitely synthwavy. Yeah, it's like it's a merging of things, right? We've got the vocals within reach, like we can hear what's being said. It's not too obscured, and filters in a more upright position across the board. It's got the vibiness of the synths, but definitely the kind of overarching style of the funk. I think LUFS can come down. I like the vibe overall. I think LUFS can come down. I think the bottom end can be tightened up just a bit. maybe bring low end up to 45 hertz, 12 dB. Per octave curve. Lefts down, backing vocals up just a touch, maybe like 2 dB, 3 dB, just a little nudge. I love how the vocals are just within reach with the ducking. It's nice. It's nice. I don't have a lot of critiques on this one. I think that if you bring the loudness down, the clipping goes away, and it feels like a song that can be turned up, which I think is important for this type of music. VWB. Ooh, nice. Drop them. Drop them. Bezos nails it, saying, I mean, it's art. It's whatever you want it to be, right? 'Tis true. I mean, that's what we're here for, right? It's the good stuff. Stuff that isn't quite fully ready to be defined in total, you know? Yeah, it is a good tune. I don't think anyone feel any shade being thrown there. Inspector, don't sweat it. Who is up next? Inspector, it is you. Ooh, we got something good. Synthra, Bezos, Inspector. Okay, peeking. I'm peeking. All right, Inspector. This one is called Orchid. Ooh, trying some new stuff. Yeah. Excellent. Oh man, I did not want that to end. I was right in the middle of a little bop there, man. Oh, okay. So I like the new stuff. I want more of the new stuff. I was really into that. Why'd that end? Come on. I mean, 3 minutes 12 seconds. It could have gone longer. I'm just saying. It was lovely. That was great. I was highly entertained. It was big, full, vibey. I think low end cutoff up to 40 hertz. Just shave off just a little bit of those lowest frequencies. 12 dB per octave curve, so super gentle, and then maybe shelf down just a couple of dB from like 60 hertz and lower. And then the saturation that you've got on the bass is great, but I think if you were to not saturate the frequencies from like 80 hertz and lower, it might feel better. Maybe like 75 and lower. I think it'd feel better. Just really, really wicked vibe. Post 2 minutes is just lovely. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Yes, and the chat is liking it too. Something Good thinks this is amazing. I know. Right, Syndromic? I want more too. Some more wonkiness in the first half. At least one more minute, says Zen. I would agree with that. I think you're holding attention. It's good to leave us wanting more, but come on. Synthra, how we doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Welcome in. Something Good says, to non-mix engineer ears, it already sounds great. Yeah, it really does. Don't go changing too much on the mix side of things. Some good stuff. I wanna hear more. Yeah. You came back with some heat, man. Some good stuff. Yeah, I'm jazzed for more. Ooh, speaking of jazz, something good. Shall we? This one's called Sunshine. Ooh, the ring of that hat there at the end. I'm a sucker for the funky wahs too. The super tight on the count. Felt like the 70s right there. Man. That was good. 123. And several seconds of that was the hi-hat ringing out. I feel like this one could be much longer. This is going to be my main thread in the feedback that I follow today. Is I want these things to be longer already. Sunshine is freaking rad. I love this track. 1, 2, 3. The wah generator. VWB, absolutely. Yeah. The Many Shades of Wonk. Oh, good. Excellent. Then I was going to extend it. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, I don't have anything for you on this one. I just want this. I want this. When is there going to be an album? Oh yeah, The Many Shades of Wonk. That is an album name right there. That would be a journey. That better be a journey. Whoever grabs that one and runs with it. Say something you hate about it or dislike. All right. Besides the timing. Hold on. I mean, not the timing, but the duration. All right, I got a couple of things for you. It's crowded. Like, if these guys were actually on a stage, I feel like they might actually kind of be bumping into each other. It feels a little crowded. So, a little bit more space and separation between them. Um, Strings, the panning that's kind of going over here and then over there. I feel like maybe we would have a less crowded situation if we gave these guys a bit better like seating arrangement and just made better use of the space instead of letting the strings kind of run amok on the stage. See what that feels like. I feel like the strings are going to bring that kind of floaty, drifty, emotive kind of dreamy quality no matter where they are. So I'm not sure if the additional modulation is actually necessary. The little baby FM chime bells synth stab thingies that are like right here. Ooh, they're just like they're gorgeous. They're like glassy and some good stuff right there. Yes, yes, yes. Say one thing you hate about or dislike, one thing to improve. Hated how good it was. Cynthia says, personally, I like just a touch of reverb on the high chime bells to give them a little room. Yeah, I'm kind of going back and forth on that one. Like, I love them. I love them, love them. And I like the way that they're ringing out. And I do want them to come up just a little bit in some way. Um, yeah, maybe it is just a little bit more verb. Hmm. That could maybe also help with the separation too. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Look at this. You guys inspiring each other. The jazz is real. Awesome. No, thank you. You are welcome. Crowded. Perfect. More panning. Okay, for strings, do you prefer left, right, or center? Well, it feels like the piano is kind of center back right. And I feel like if you just made it a bit more right and put the strings left, that would feel pretty good. You could invert that and see how it feels, but I think a little bit more. Um, yeah, a little bit more specific. So it feels like um, if the drums are here, it feels like if this is the front, the main mic up here, it feels like the keys are like right here. Maybe they should be like this, and the strings could be like here. Something like that. Yeah, when they're I'm reading Liv's feedback right here. I'd say strings in the mid in a symphony setting, they're going to be just slightly biased to the right. So you could do that, but you could just put them center. Yeah, and it feels good when they're just barely right of center, but the keys are there, like the piano's there, and it's taking up a pretty good amount of space. And it feels also like the bass is just a little, just slightly left center. Or maybe it's centered and it just feels a little left because we've got the other mid-low timbres over here. Yeah, I think it is centered. Ooh, and that clav. Yeah, maybe the strings would feel a little better on the right and put the keys over to the left more. I just feel like with both of them on one side, it feels like it's weighted to one side a bit and it doesn't feel quite as balanced. So I understand why the drifting was occurring in the first place, I think. Isn't that funny when we start to kind of bias things in our work simply because of our like preference or ability with one ear over the other? Yeah. Yeah. Caballo's here. How you doing, homie? Happy Friday to you. Ooh, okay, Synthra is saying just a tiny little push, like a 0.5 dB on the toms following the clap at the end. But that's like really nitpicky. Yeah, that's good. That's good. We like nitpicky here because it's honest. You know what I mean? Like if someone's really feeling that and saying that, you got to imagine what the person mixing this thing has been like fretting over that very same thing probably, right? So to hear someone speak to it is probably like, okay, great. I'm not crazy. Philly G. Yo, yo, welcome in. Happy Friday. Yeah, nitpicking is the best thing. It's true. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Otherwise, we'd just be fans. I mean, come on. All right, Synthra. Here, present, saying, so I am planning on making a breakdown and second drop to this track. However, I wanted to get the mix down first. Struggling in the build to build energy or hype for the drop. So if you have any ideas, I'd love to hear them. Excellent. This one's called Ghost Mode V2. This is so good. Synthra, I want you to just go back and with a knob, not with a point and click and your mouse, I want you to grab, like, here's your saturation plugin. You watch that thing on the screen and you twist. Don't look at your MIDI or anything like that. Just look at the plugin, or don't look at the screen at all, and just twist with knobs and write in real time, like record in real time your automation, and just see what kind of extremes you can get away with and loop that thing. Go for like maybe like 5 minutes. Like just go. And like your job number one is, what can I get away with, and what are like the wild little things that could happen in the edges of this sound when I do this, right? Like right at that split second moment. And then go back and listen to all those different comps, right? You've got a really good bass here, and you've got a really great song, and everything is super awesome with it. Like we could just walk away from this right now saying this is really good, but at the same time, I feel like you could just kind of leave our jaws on the floor with this one too, because it really is a good vibe. The bass is just like super right for like full on exploitation. Absolutely. And the drums sound good. The drums are sounding good. Everything's really strong. Yeah, Cohen sounds, but deeper. I hear you, Inspector. Yeah. Cynthia saying that's one of my biggest inspirations all time. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Cohen sound is absolutely great. Yeah. Syndromic says, I don't hear the high and trying to take off my head. Is this really happening? This is great. This is awesome. Inspector saying, drums sounding good on my laptop speakers. I feel like my ears wanted like one really dynamic moment halfway through the drop where everything opens up and pulls you out, then sucks you back into the groove. Yeah. This is really just like, let the force go through you, be a conduit for awesome, all that stuff. Basically, just like, well, you hear me say it from time to time. If you go into a gallery and you like see these really stunning photographs, and you're like, why can't I ever take pictures like that, right? Like, this is amazing. There's a reason why this guy has, or this person has photos hanging on the wall in here and not me. But if you ask them like how they get those shots, are just like it. They were just the best of the ones that I took. I took like 5 million pictures. It's ridiculous how many pictures get taken. So go through and just kind of see what actually can happen. And in some of those comps, and you won't need 5 minutes, but sometimes it takes a few minutes to actually break out of the ordinary, like out of what you think is supposed to happen, and you actually start actually playing. So usually like the last couple moments of one of these little sessions will be where the actual magic happens, right? And it'll be something where like maybe you had like a little weird little twitch in your hand while you were turning the knob or something, and there's like an extra little squelch in there or something. It's just perfect. You know what I mean? So, and that organic feeling will really come across. Absolutely. Hey, Zev Music in the house. Everybody follow Zev Music if you are not already. How you doing? Well, happy Friday to you. ADHD brains do tend to try to overdo things, right? It's kind of what they're there for. Mix-wise, I think it's sounding really good, and I think that your whole approach is great. I think that you've already set your benchmark for your drums. Things feel like each thing has a lane, which is really good. It's really good. I think that's why my ear was just kind of in tune or attuned to the more. I just like, this is the kind of more that I want from this right now. The other stuff was sounding pretty good. Ooh, yeah. Everybody send really good vibes to Will right now. He's got a big show with Guy J in New York tonight and producing all day. Kill it, man. Let's go out there and absolutely freaking slay. You're going to do so well. You got some of the ambient clips for the show tonight? Yeah. Inspector saying, yeah, agreed. Loved how dusty and crisp the brakes were sounding. Yeah. Ooh, nice. Nice, Will. Excellent. Yeah, twist some saturation knobs. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody wishing you good luck. Bezos, you are up. I think I've got an extra. There we go. Stupid remix. V3. It's not smart.
Stupid boy, think that I need it. I know you think about me in the shower. Porn up in your browser. Fantasize about the pussy power.
Think about me with your hand on your trousers and sweet that I'm sour. I'm big boss Bowser. I know you salivating over me, sir. Nipples through the t-shirt. Told your mommy that you're bringing home a keeper. Knees are getting weaker when you hear me through the speaker. Big wood, cutting off cedar. Stupid boy, think that I need him. Stupid boy, think that I need him. I go red hot like a demon. I go ghost for no damn reason. Stupid boy, think that I need him. 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 I go red hot like a demon. I go ghost for no damn reason. Stupid boy, think that I need him.
This is good. This is a good feedback Friday, you guys. This is awesome. Vocal up at 12 seconds. This first thing I was thinking was vocal up, and as I'm typing it, I'm thinking, yeah, saturation would fix this, but it'd be cool if the saturation was not steady. This has got a really cool cadence and groove to it. If we go back to like the midway point here, just imagine, if you will, one more rhythmic element in the mix, but it not actually being another element, right? It's just an affect to the vocals.
You salivating over me, sir. Nipples through the t-shirt. Told your mommy that you're bringing home a keeper.
Yeah, like where she's like, me, sir. I can hear like 3 different positions or 3 different clips. You know what I would do? Here's what I would do. I would record maybe like a dozen different takes of different saturation at somewhat extreme levels, like maybe slightly modulating, but somewhat extreme levels, in a parallel recording. So you're getting just the output of the distorted signal, and then go back in and chop that up rhythmically and splice those in, like feed that back into the mix. It'd be kind of like a slightly kind of like a complextro kind of move.
You're getting weaker when you hear me through the speaker. Big wood, cutting off cedar. Stupid boy, think that I need him.
I don't need to take over your production. You don't need to do all that. But I do think that saturation in general would help the vocals sit right up on top of that. And then I'm just kind of hoping that not much else happens. Because this is really cool. It's very simple in its structure, and there's nothing really to get in the way. So I don't really want a whole lot added to this thing. I like the simplicity. Complextro mentioned. I know, it's 2025. It's like a drinking game. Everybody take a sip. You said Glorpy is Blorg, so I said Complextro. Oh, man. Big peekaboo feels, yeah? Mm-hmm. You have milk, yeah. Slurp. Oh, man. This was so much fun. I really like this. I want to hear more of this, too. I want to hear more of this. It's fun. All right, inspect it. This one is called Shifter. Still a work in progress. Roast 2. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna come back to my thoughts there. I'm kind of split between a couple of different effects here. I'm going to come back to that in just a second. Okay, 29 seconds in, nice landing. Really cool vibe all the way across. 29 seconds in, nice landing. Kind of want some uh, almost like invisible something leading into it. Like a really, really thin suck back that runs like 10 seconds. So like for the first like 8 seconds, you're wondering if you're actually hearing something like increase in presence, but you're not quite sure if it's actually happening. So then like in that last little bit, it's just like a little 140, 130 more shine on that little digital stinger bit there. And also I'm kind of going back and forth here on it, but I do feel like a little comb filter might feel good on a couple of those. 143, the roll here can have active volume and saturation increase as it's delivered, so you can use the same idea on a few of these different types of rolls. And make them sizzle in different ways. And I wouldn't make them all like linear, like, oh, this one increases this much from point A to point Z. More like maybe this one does this, and this one does this, and maybe this one goes the other way, and this one actually kind of goes up and down, or something like that. So those rolls are really cool. I think you can highlight them in various ways. All right, so now we're back to this. At 225, some active warping on the reverb here might be kind of cool because, you know, when you start to manipulate the size of a space, you get all these weird pitch effects, right? Because it's moving everything. It's like yanking the tablecloth out from under things on a table or something, right? Everything's just like, whoa. But you can use that in some pretty cool, creative, and tasteful ways. But anyway, what I was thinking in that is that maybe if that was combined with a little bit of phaser or something that could maybe help swirl it just a little bit, that'd be kind of fun. Yeah, I think the comb filter is just kind of like has like a natural synergy with whatever it is that you're cooking here at 130. I hear the timbre in a few different spots in the track, and it's nice. Yeah. Yeah, depth of atmosphere and cool little like super subtle embellishments. Um, I was also thinking in the very beginning, and I didn't voice it, but maybe I will. You could use some sort of environmental uh, element, you know, like a field recording of some kind that's been warped and filtered in such a way that we're not quite sure exactly what it is. Um, just to have some sort of like ambiguity in the space. If we go back and listen to just the early seconds of this. Here's my thought is that you have some pretty steady sub bass presence in here. And I think if you remove that and put in something that was actually um, occurring out in the real world, right? Like maybe it's something being like rolled across some leaves on a lawn or something like a soccer ball is being rolled across some leaves on a lawn or something like that. And then you're going to take that recording and slow it way down, right? And take off all the crunchy highs and take out those swirly subs. Now you've got kind of like this muffled little kind of thing, you know? I don't know, something like that. It might be a little bit better because the constant sub thing, I think all that's really doing for us, it's moody. It kind of sets a tone at first, but then it's got a diminishing return after that, right? And really what it's doing is it's kind of conditioning us to not allowing it to have a full effect on us, a full impact upon us. So the next time it needs to hit in the mix. It's not going to hit the same way that we're hoping or expecting it to, because we've already had a steady stream of those low frequencies this whole time. Does that make sense? So if you can withhold, restrain those, and then use them when you actually want the biggest emotional impact, I think that's going to translate for you. All right. Yeah, feeling of contrast is everything. You don't know just how low you can go until you've been really high, and vice versa. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the same goes for when you feel like you have felt silence, and then that silence is kind of stripped away and you're actually experiencing real silence for just a split second. Like those tiny little things have like a really profound effect on the listener, because it's messing with assumptions that they felt comfortable with. They were kind of relying upon those. So yeah, shifting expectation. W and B, it is you. This one is called Soul 2. Ah, look at this tiny little pink flamingo down here. Inspector, you're welcome. You're welcome. Hope it vibes with you. Helps you make it even better. Hey guys, go hit the sub button on the new YouTube channel. This was so wild. This was so wild. I feel like we need just a moment. Just, just wow. Um, yeah, just wow. Oh, mainbot, what are you asking here? Do you need to send in? Oh, yeah. If you just dropped a link in the chat, it's probably going to get lost by the time we get to your track, because we're rolling off of a queue in Discord. So there's a link to the Discord there pinned in the chat. Just follow that and drop the link in the public feedback channel, and we'll get to you. Dang. Yeah, this one. This had like so much happening. Oh, and I kind of lost track of my thing here. Overall, two things can help you make this even more enjoyable: more volume balancing and tighter EQ control on various elements. We'll talk about that in just a second. Okay, so this is a really fresh thing. You can kind of tell from the very beginning that this was going to be different. I just didn't realize exactly how different. You've got some competing space profiles, like different reverbs that are kind of working against each other at 106. And the timing of the piano and the rest was almost at odds with each other at times. So much so that it really kind of left me wondering, like, what is about to happen? Where exactly are we going? And we had this Sigur Rós kind of moment, which was really cool, very post-rock kind of thing. And then I just felt like, maybe what we're doing is we're like getting some sort of a tour of a festival, and like these are all different, like these are all the different genres represented or something. Man, it's just so much happening in this one. All right, so I think the things that can help this whole thing feel a bit more unified and a little bit more enjoyable to listen to would be volume balancing and tighter EQ control. So not to steer you away from any of the genre bending and mashing that you're doing at all. I would just say you can integrate things a little bit better by paying attention to just the nuances of what's happening. Like, for instance, the competing reverb profiles that you've got up here at 106. If you were to EQ out the low end and some of the high end on both of those EQs, that would not feel as wonky, right? So just kind of paying attention to exactly what frequencies are in play for the different sounds, trying to take out some of the frequencies that are not needed in each one of the sounds, thereby leaving room for everything else that's popping off in the mix. Okay, so that, and then volume control. Just, there are some things that felt like they might be just a little dominant in the mix at points. So just kind of listening with a critical ear and taking the volume down in a couple of spots if it's stepping on something or something else isn't being heard quite right. Like, how do we get that out? So a little bit more volume mixing, a little bit more EQ mixing on this one. I think you'll be able to hear everything just a little bit better even. Yeah, crescendo core is formative inspiration for you. I can feel it. I can feel it. It has the like the emotional appeal that I can hear that you're going for in a lot of this. Oh, one more thing I would say is that anything that you can do to bring things together with an overarching process. You've moved beyond the scope of just arrangement and timbre, like, or anything like that, trying to tie anything together in that way. So what I would suggest is something that you can swell over time. Saturation is usually the easiest thing to do. You hear it all the time in music, especially post-rock stuff or stuff that crescendos in different ways. And the reason why is because it blooms, it adds a whole lot more harmonic information. So things happen in the moment that you cannot expect and you cannot recreate again later. And those are kind of intrinsic to goosebump moments, right? Like you can kind of tell that you're getting something that's like happening in that moment. I think that's kind of why crescendo core, that type of post-rock stuff works so well in the first place. It's because you're riding the edges of these waves, right? You're like, you can feel when that peak is about to break, and that's when you release. And then there could be some resolve. So I guess what I'm getting at is now that you've got this thing complete arrangement wise, and you're going to go back and play with some EQ and volume, you can then go and some sort of finishing agent. You know, you can use saturation on a mix the same way that you can use it on a guitar or some vocals, right? And getting more out of a moment or less out of a moment can be a pretty powerful thing. So kind of going back and treating the whole thing, the whole mix as its own thing. After you get done going through all the individual stuff. Might actually honestly need a long session on exactly what to do regarding the balance, because I'm doing the things you're doing. There's just a lot of work to do. Yeah, I think you're probably doing it the right way. You're going about it the right way, but you're right. It will take time. It is work. It is actual work, and automation is your friend. Like that's the best advice for you. And be really bold in your decision making. Right now, if you feel like you're doing it and you're doing it a lot and you're not quite sure what kind of results you're getting, it might just simply be that you haven't moved those faders enough yet, right? So if you're making an adjustment of 1 or 2 dB at a time, be more bold. Go like 6, 8, 10 dB difference. Now, was that in the right direction or the wrong direction? That's the first thing you ask yourself, right? Like, was this supposed to get louder or quieter here? I'm not even sure. Like, answer those questions for yourself by making bold choices initially and having a strong reaction to them, and then moving from there. It's also a really good thing to move past the point of acceptability, because then when you rein it in, you're working from actual perspective, from 2 different angles. You know what you're moving away from because you want more of something, but you also know what you don't want, which is too much of. And you now know what too much of sounds like, right? So experience both, find the balancing point in the middle. It's a good way to approach it. All right. Zev saying, OhmLab spitting mad facts right now. VWMB saying, this is great advice. I hope it vibes with you. Helps you make it even better. Syndremic. It is you. Track will probably end up on a comp once a ton. Excellent. Yeah, let us know how it turns out. Acropora, monogenic project, updated for release, ambient trip hop. Excellent. I like this art. It's nice. Reminds me of like a stream running through the woods here. This little side quest in the chat right now is making me think like I'm watching these two like from a distance. I'm watching these two guys like just like on some sort of space deck on their space station or their spaceship or whatever, just kind of looking over a black hole, if that's even possible. It's not. You should jump first. You jump first. No, man, I don't know. I think it might be heaven on the other side, but I'm just not quite sure, you know? And I got this music playing. I can totally see the whole thing. It's great. Yeah. Mainbot, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Whatever kind of link you got. Yeah. Where can I get a ticket? Roger that. Get ready to board the black hole. Yeah, right? Oh, man. Yeah, I feel like the whole intro part is just pulling us in. So many good things happening there. There's this swelling synth, and I kind of hit a couple different points here, around 5.5 and around 6.5. I wish it was just barely louder than it is right now. Just a tiny, just like a couple dB more. Hi Blackberry, how you doing? Happy Friday to you. Right, Chrome? Saying, hey, I would go in an instant. I mean, if it's that bad, you won't feel anything. And if it's good, you'll probably be the happiest person. Right? Yeah, I feel that. It's not like, I mean, you know exactly what you're getting here already, right? Yeah. Saf is like, I don't know if I feel safe driving into this black hole right now. Oh, yeah, we could be lunch if you go into that black hole. I mean, it's all perspective. It's all perspective. If one is swallowed by a ginormous beast, such that it swallows you without even chewing, and you're now in some sort of a gullet. You know what I mean? Like you could have a torch in there and it wouldn't burn anything up. You know, big, right? Like, did they even realize they gobbled us up? Like, were we even noticed? I don't know. So a black hole, like maybe we are lunch and maybe we were consumed, but maybe it's on such a grand scale that what if we are already inside of the black hole? And that's why we think like, oh, a big bang happened and things have been like, it's actually just things being sucked into the black hole. Yeah. Chrome 3 is saying, my theory is that our universe is inside a black hole. We have entrances into other universes. There we go. We probably taste like chicken or beef, says Saffron. Chrome, I hear you. I feel you. This is the black hole. We are in the small colon right now. This is it. This is it. And you know what's really nice is in the waiting room, in the lobby of this place, like especially around like when you're waiting for elevators and stuff, because it's a big place. We're listening to Zimdremic, which is pretty rad. So it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It's nice you have the whole black hole wired up like that, Zin. It's pretty nice. All right, Z4, Caballo. This is you. Shall we listen? This is Brazy. Caballo, I think it's safe to say you have hit a stride, sir. Dude, seriously. This is that's pretty great. The last, I don't know, 3 tracks of yours, like instant, like the second you hit play, it's just like sauce everywhere. Just like, it's like when you get the Taco Bell or whatever, and then like you're like, I gotta get the packet open, and just like, this is that. It's just can't wait to just like, it's flipping lovely. The sample selection on this one, man, come on. And the wah guitar doing its thing over there. It felt like an episode of The Love Boat or something, man. All right, so I really like the little rough cut that you've got around 146, and I like that you stick with it for a while. Nice little sampling call out, very old school. I love it. 244, Love Boat guitar, Grover behind the bar. Main bot. Yeah, this is how we do it. Every single Friday. We listen through. Gotta pay respect, you know? Chrome is saying the genre on this next one is for real. I don't know. You'll see. He's laughing. But first, we got one from Harry Muffin Man, and we're going to clear away here. Because these are absolutely delightful when we get these. They take a little time to make, so we don't get them every week. So I'm going to move my notepad over to the other screen so we can go full screen here. I'll see you guys on the other side. We're going to listen to Harry Muffin Man really quick. Hold on. Oh gosh.
Have you ever been with a bandit? Hearts on flatch and they drip when I bag them. Would you ever be with a bandit? Never stay masked, it's defense from the past tense. Now you never been with a bandit. Tell by the way you never leave, it's tragic. Have you ever been with a... Nah. Will you ever stay with a bandit? Most times affection makes me nauseous. I thought that would leave when the 20s start to crawl in. Is it cause I move with caution? Emotions never store them. Cause eyes never force it. Leak never force those weeps. Not a sign of strength or weakness. Just to find other norms. They never creeped in. But that's every weekend. Season, breathing. Different though, your eyes sing a different tone. Perception must be yours to mold, but people have their pottery goals. Whether you honest as soul, life will bend you and fold. Things you have no control. Oh, you need an army to float up. I'm a lone soldier, you still come closer. I wonder why now. Guess I opened up to find out. Have you ever been with a bandit? Hearts on flatch and they drip when I bag them. Would you ever be with a bandit? Never stay masked, it's defense from the past tense. Now you never been with a bandit. Tell by the way you never leave, it's tragic. Have you ever been with a... Nah. Will you ever stay with a bandit? Bandit. We all got our own goals. Find what we don't know, but tell me where the yours go. Follow the bandit down this long road, pay for my blood, but it shine like it's rose gold. Started solo, left the full wing port. See a landscape, space up in the photo. For us, view the light and I need to put the aperture up. Let's keep the snap till we done. So have you ever been with the man with the man with the So have you ever been with the man with the man with the So have you ever been with the man with the man with the So have you ever been with the man with the man with the man with the man with
the Ooh, man. So good. So good. Every single time you pull up with something new, I'm just like, yeah, it's so good. So good. It's like getting fresh Saturday morning cartoons, you know? Definitely one of the favorite ones that come around. Big ups, man. This beating heart in your hand. Oh, your stuff is just the best. Your eye fell out, dude. Okay, so these shots that you staged, I think are amazing. I mean, there's a couple that are just like ridiculously good. How much time did it take for you to scout the scenes? Like to actually, or are you just, is this all just flow of consciousness? Like you're just out with a small crew and you're just like, no, let's do it here. Okay, that spot right over there. Or are you going out and scouting? A few days. Okay. I kind of got the feeling. Some of them are just too perfect. Just really, really well framed. So good. I really, really do enjoy these, man. They're so artistic. I love it. I do want the vocals up just a little bit. I think I've probably said that before, but I do. I want them like just 2 dB louder. I like that split screen, like that triple split screen on that final verse. That was fun. That's good stuff, man. That's really good stuff. Yeah. Now, Chrome is here with some unknown thing. And we love unknown things. Harry Muffin Man, when are we going to get the next one? How long does it take you to make one of these? Just out of curiosity, from beginning to end, like song through video. I am so curious. I want like a behind the scenes day, you know? Oh, you bet. Yeah, you bet. Crumb saying, I tried a very different approach from my normal type of producing, but I think it hits some kind of spot. Don't judge me on the mix on, especially 2 sections. It's a bit loud, but it's fresh from the kitchen. Nice, nice. Blackberry saying, that hat makes me think of dumb Donald Parker. Hat comes off and he's a handsome devil. Normally do them with an album, so a few months. Okay. Okay. Well, we will sit tight then, and this summer we will hear the next one. All right. We'll be patient. All right, Chrome. Let's roll. Where are you, by the way, Harry Muffin Man? Where are you located? Yeah. Dude. Okay, 23 seconds in this build here, I felt like the bass actually kind of stays mostly the same. And it kind of does throughout, actually. It kind of stays in the same kind of mode and delivery. And I'd love for that to not be the case. Like, it's good as a grounding, like, anchor. But also, I feel like flex your muscles a little bit. Show us what else you can do with that same sound. 110. I already just said that. 141, tearing speaker cones right here, left's down. So this is the moment you were talking about. There's a couple of sections like this. I think that some batch processing is probably in order here. There are definitely things in the mix that are long-running mainstay elements that are pretty important, and they feel kind of withheld, like they're kind of pushed back. And I feel like ultimately it's making room for those bigger peaks. But really, I mean, treat your drums separately from those big basses and treat the rest of your synths differently than those big basses. And I think bringing things into more of an equilibrium state would feel really good. The frog step is real here at the end. Truly. But if you were to just focus on balancing, I think that you would see much deeper valley floor moments here, because if we were to look at this highly technical analysis here of the SoundCloud waveform, we can see that it doesn't really drop below half on any of the lowest peaks. There's two peaks, your lowest peaks here. I would aim to bring more dynamic flux range while working on that volume leveling too. The biggest, loudest moments will feel as big as you allow them to through contrast. Word. You tried to merge genres and you usually only do industrial techno. It's hard, right? It's hard to mix two totally different things together, especially when you're really accustomed to only doing like one kind of thing, approaching it from a very specific angle, right? Yeah. Syndromic saying, oh man, I hit the fridge so hard I may have broken it. Also sounded like a cyber horror album teaser. There were like 10 songs in there. Merging genres is hard. It's true. Yeah, no, it isn't bad. And I think that it's just a matter of leveling a couple of things, and then I think you've got this down. Find your peak loudness. Like the two sections that really stand out are obviously just too loud, but find your right peak loudness, because I don't know that you've actually found that. I think that the bass, the one that is the most consistent through it, is maybe your main sound. Right? So that needs to be pretty prominent in the mix. It needs to come up quite a bit for that to happen. So once that occurs, like once you make a big drastic change, like, okay, I'm going to take this and I'm going to turn it up 9 dB or whatever, like I'm just going to whoosh, that's going to cause a whole bunch of other things to happen in your mix, because you're going to start, there's a call and response to all of that stuff. So go back, mix this thing again, volume-wise, and see what happens. You might surprise yourself. Fun track. Zev. Dude, big show tonight. Big show tonight. Everybody, send good vibes to Zev. He's got big show tonight. A bass? A base? Big time. Big time. All right, let's do this. Okay, Will, dude, this is lovely, man. This is great. I love all the space. I love the little crush bit there at the beginning. Really minimal intro or transition out of the intro. Lot of really smooth, subtle things here. 145. I love the lurking nature of the bass in this current position, but I do wish that I felt like a little more immediate danger from it. Like if it got a little more heated and then backed off into this like shadowy little position that it's holding right now. Just never really know exactly when it might come out. You know what I mean? I do kind of want there to be like a live, like visceral, like growl or purr or something in there at a couple of different points in this thing. It's just got this vibe to it. Yeah, like the album art of this could be like some eyes like looking out from the dark in the jungle or something. It's got a vibe. 318, want a little tail left hanging from that synth and have it messed with rhythmically after the fact. 350, lots of smooth changes in this one, like I was just saying. 357, I feel like the little ear candy bits can probably just be taken away here, like just fade them down, let them disappear, and then right after that transition occurs, they come back. We can feel them in a slightly even quieter space than what you initially drop us into right now. And then feeling those little ear candy bits come back first, I bet would feel really nice. 523, kind of want something else in that transition. Nothing big or bulky or that takes up much time. Maybe just like half a bar, like a little fill or something. I'm not sure exactly what it is that I'm hearing there, but I do feel like there could be like a couple of quick little notes there. Let's see. Blackberry is saying, Zev, your next level up should be in finding ways to incorporate more secondary and tertiary melodies and harmonies and more incidental tone, texture, colors. You have room for so much more, and I think there is creatively a missed opportunity for you. Go listen to the Ohio Players Skin Tight and listen to how all these tiny little parts interact and morph over the course of the song. Although it's a very different song than this, the same techniques could be applied. Yeah. Yeah. Goes on to say, I feel like you're starting to rely on big swings for the change in mood. Keep doing what you're doing, but take it compositionally to the next level. Yeah. Yeah, I can hear that. I can also hear how you are kind of making this change. You've made a couple of changes recently. Like I feel like when you started to add a little bit more drony elements to your mixes, you started to stumble onto something, and I feel like it's ultimately kind of what's guiding you towards including some of these ambient elements in the mix. And I think it's similar to when you had this like the first big level up with ear candy and all the weird like reactor oddities that we were making together and stuff that where all of the ear candy ended up in the mix in the first place. I feel like this is another one of those like fairly big important pivots. Mainbot is saying next one is mine, but I recently swapped to Ableton, so don't expect too much. Oh man, changing a DAW can be so hard. Be so hard. Blackberry saying that's why I referenced that song specifically. It's busy, but sounds minimal. No wasted notes. Everything supports, embellishes everything else. Yeah. Mainbot was firstly FL Gang, but in Ableton, it's much faster to craft. All right. Yeah, I'd have to go listen to that song too, Blackberry. I'm not sure what it is in my head, just reading this. Sev, dude, I wish you so much luck tonight. Not that you need any luck because you're absolutely going to crush it. But yeah, just leave them wanting more, man. And big love, homie. Big love. Hope it goes off really well. Wish I could be there. All right. Next up, Raphael. Josh, dude, welcome in. Happy Friday to you. All right. We've got mainbot here, right? Timless. Or is this timeless? Look at this cat face. Let's try that again.
Empty soul, no one's around. Empty heart, breaking you down. Days and nights, it doesn't change. No one's there, and no one to blame. When the darkness starts to take your soul away, close your eyes and leave your thoughts to yesterday. Blood on the ground, empty eyes shutting you down. Hopes and dreams that never came, fading out, forgetting your name. As you try to close the past to live a day. Don't let anybody get into your way. You walk away with your life. Take a different path and make a change in your life. You can stand tall and walk away with your life. Take a different path and make a change in your life. You can walk away with your life. Take a different path and make a change in your life. You can stand tall and walk away with your life. Take a different path and make a change in your life.
Oh, I feel like maybe this should end with a whip. I mean, it's nice that we've got that like airy tail and all, but that whip was pretty snappy. You might want to A/B that. You might want to create an outro that ends really abruptly with a whip. So, right on the dot. And see what you think. See what you think. Compare the two. Okay, let's run through this. Intro can come up a bit. It was very much a lean in thing. It's fine for it to come up in volume over time the way that it does, but I do think it can start a little louder and end a little bit louder. It's still going to feel like there's a lot of dynamic distance between the intro and the top mix peaks. So at 50 seconds, I'm just thinking to myself, with this really bold pro sound, I think you can have a bit more creative build than just the kick drum picking up in tempo. I think you can do that. I think maybe it is changing it rhythmically. Maybe it's putting a little filter on there. Maybe it's putting a couple other drums into play and just adding a fill in the last second that we don't expect. But something that's just a little bit more creative would be nice. Overall, I think it's nice. It's light. It's easy to listen to. It's a lovely vibe. I think the vocals can be up on top, just a few more dB. And also the two vocal tracks, the main and the backing. I feel like they feel pretty different, pretty separate from one another. So think of anything you can do to help them gel. I appreciate why you've got the different reverbs on, and they both have very different delivery styles to them. But also, I think they could have a shared process in which, or that allows them to gel a bit more together, feel like they belong really together as like a dynamic duo, you know? Male vocal sample chops up a bit. I think they play really nicely in that kind of call and response rhythmic relationship. The whip is great, and after thinking about it for a bit, I think maybe you should try ending with it. I think it'd be good. Nice old school moment there at 412, just like classic solid mix. Yeah, you could use New Jersey bounce for the beginning at the end, or beginning for the build. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, and it would keep continuity for you too. That's good. I think that's good. That adds interest. It's just a little splash. It's nothing over the top. It's good. Yeah. Solid track. Happy Friday to you. Caballo. What do we got here? We got all right. Z4. Caballo. Shall we? Made this beat today, so still in progress, he says. All right, let's listen. Oh. Blackberry wondering, has James Bond ever actually been to New York? This was a vibe. I love this one. It's got like I was thinking like an Empire vibe. I definitely feel the spy thriller vibe though. Man, some great sampling work being done here. You are on fire right now. You are inspired. Man. It's like you wake up right now and you just dip yourself in sauce. You're like, screw the shower. I'm not doing showers anymore. I dip myself in sauce. That's all I do. Okay, hear me out here, because I don't want to like take over your project here or anything. But if you were to add silence as one of the things in your drum kit, and just like hit just maybe like 2, 3, maybe 4 spots in the whole track where it's just like one beat is silence. Go listen to some Dilla and then place those few little beats. I think it'd be really, really nice. I would really like that. Vincent asking, why do I get 20 emails a day from Temu? Man. Oh boy. Right? Do they even play Baccarat in New York? Oh man. The swamps of Florida. Yeah, but the Big Apple? Yeah. Vincent, yeah, absolutely right. Right? You think that maybe might be their goal here? Oh. Happy Friday, y'all. This one is Stax. Vincent Isidore in the chat. This one's called Made It. It's a whip. Let's listen. Infested! You're here. Happy Friday. It's been a minute. How are you? How you been? It's been a minute. Let's listen. Still a work in progress, Blackberry. I think guitar can come down a bit Like when the vocals are present, I feel like there's a fair bit of competition coming from these instruments that should be feeling really, really supportive when the vocal is leading things. But I also think that using your automation lanes and getting the guitar right back up as soon as the vocal is done, then that would feel great. You know what I mean? I think that these are the kind of surging changes in a track like this that make us feel, um, like it's goosebump material. You know what I mean? Okay, so anything that you can do to slim down everything in the track that is not the vocals. And then the other thing is there's a little bit of buildup around the mids, like mid-lows, amongst the vocal tracks. So if you can shave just a tiny bit here and there with an EQ individually on each track, I think it'll help all of them feel like a bit more of a complete mosaic without the kind of fuzziness that starts to enter when all of them are present. So probably a little bit tighter EQing on the low side of the frequencies. You might want to use a shelf in there just a little bit to save a little bit of space without pushing things up with too much cutoff. I also think the bass just needs to come down in general, a good 4 to 8 dB, and then reassess. I'd set the low on cutoff on that to 50 hertz, 12 dB per octave. You might even be able to get away with, again, with the shelf probably just taking off a little bit more. And it will still feel just fine. It really, the bass really just kind of needs to be there to fill up this track, I think. The large majority of all of the everythings should come from the vocals. Oh, Vincent, you are welcome. I'm just getting caught up on the chat over here. All right, this next one. Oh, we got another one from Samsung in here. Wait a minute, we got a couple in here. These are different ones, right? Yeah, these are different ones. 1, 2. Yeah, I think we've got time. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's listen. Oops. Wow, random click in the middle of the waveform. Sorry about that. Welcome in, y'all. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for the raid. Yo, how was your stream? Dennis, welcome in. Happy Friday to you. Raphael, this is a good one. Less than perfect. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a really good stream over there. You guys doing feedback today. Come over here for even more feedback. You guys are freaking rad. You're awesome. Who's saying I'm echoing? I'm echoing? Slayer. Am I really? Anybody else hearing an echo? Syndremic, you are plastico. All right, Raphael, I think it's a nice vibe on this one. The one big takeaway that I've got on this one is that the track is solid, but I think it needs more interest, more change over time. There isn't a lot of change over time, and I don't know that the stuff that you have going on already in this track needs to experience a lot of change from where it already is, because it is what it is, right? Changing it would change the genre, really. So I would think like one more interest agent, something long running, something that can go throughout the complete term of the track that we can follow and appreciate over time, experience all the changes that it goes through, hope that it surprises us a couple of times along the way. And then also just general ear candy, right? That this could range from incidental like samples, like dialogue. It could be field recording. It could be sound effects, transition effects used to points where there are no transitions taking place, just to simply add to the feeling of momentum or velocity or accenting important moments. Just kind of help with flow, right? But the track itself, as it stands right now, is pretty darn solid, and you don't really need to massage it in any way. You just need to figure out these interest bits. That's going to be the thing, because over 3.5 minutes for humans in 2025, we require a few more changes. All right. Joy Doan, I hope you did. Oh, Joy to 1. I'm sure that's probably how I'm supposed to be saying this, right? I know there's no fighting against the shortening of attention. Also, I just mentioned this briefly, it's not just an attention span thing. It's also just acknowledging what has come before, right? These types of tracks have been done before, and so people have just a little bit less interest in hearing them kind of the same way again, right, from newer folks. So there is that. There's that kind of layer to music in general. When you do bring something, there is this respect for the genre and all of that. But then there's also this desire for new, right? And if you're new on the scene, then bring something new. And share with the whole class. It does have a nasty vibe, though. I agree. Control 4 official, welcome in. General ear candy. Yes. You just like buy it by the pound. By the bulk bins, I think. Oh. Let's see. What do we have here? Mainbot saying, hey, this one is me too, but you've never heard me before, so let's roll. I agree. Let's see what you brought. Normally we do just one, but we've got the room. We've got the time. Let's make it happen. It's only 57 seconds. Look at this thing. All right, there's a couple of things on this one that I think can help it. One is wrangling the low end. I think that the low end can be, you can bring the cutoff up to like 40 hertz, 12 dB per octave curve. You can also just bring the sub down a bit. Big bass. The beat is good. I kind of want the delivery to be touched a little bit. It's a small sampling here, but in what I'm hearing, I kind of wish there was just like a little hesitation in the kick. Got to stop and respect the gazelle, y'all. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate you so much, Central One. Good to see you. Happy Friday. So wrangle the low end, and then just like a little hesitation on these kicks. It feels very much on the grid, which makes it very predictable. And I want just a little, just a little, you know? The thing that kind of makes your lip go up just a little bit, and all of a sudden you realize you're doing a stank face thing, and you didn't even realize you were doing it. Yeah. Just a little something to make us squint a little bit, you know? Like, ooh, that was just that. Because timing is everything. And then the low end wrangle. Just make sure that you don't have too much low end in there. Yeah, a little humanizing thing. Yeah. Yeah, you want a little hip thrust added to the swagger. Yeah, it's exactly it. Squinty bass face. There are variations. There are variations on the theme, yes. Raphael, I think those are the two big takeaways on this one for you. And thank you for the introduction to your sound today. Good getting to know you a little bit. Samsung, walking in the door with 1:55 here. And this thing says K-pop, so I kind of have a small idea of what we're about to experience. Shall we? 1:55. Let's do it. Hold on tight. Yo, Blazin, thank you for the raid. Happy Friday. I appreciate you. Dude, Samsung, 1:55. I still want more, but this was so kawaii. This was so cute. The toms, like I could actually feel the drum heads flexing when you hit those. All right, so I want the bass to kind of come in all at once. It felt, maybe I'm wrong, but it kind of felt like it faded up. Let's check it. So cute. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of want it just to have like a definitive arrival instead of the fade in. And also I feel like it feels a little withheld, which makes me feel like if we were to bring this back up to full volume, because the volume has been reduced, which we can feel, I feel like if we drive it a little bit more, we add a little bit more saturation and maybe just a touch of compression, and then you bring that level down, and I think we'll hear a little bit more definition and kind of punch from it still, and you can still have that lower volume level. This lead synth is so cute. It's like a little meow-tastic thing. Blazin' Beats, how are you? Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? Happy Friday. Thank you for bringing your load of misfits to us. I appreciate you. We'll gladly take you all in here. Feedback Friday here. So we are simply listening to what y'all made all week long, so we don't have to listen to me for a change. And if you're new to us, then welcome in and happy Friday. We do this every single Friday. Oh, wait, except for not next Friday, because we're not going to do streams next week, because I got kiddo stuff I got to take care of. So, but normally we're here every single Friday doing this. So this is what we do. Samsung, I freaking love this thing. I love the little meow-tastic synth. Blazin', for you, the beat goes on. The queue is still open. Do it. The cowbell metronome. Central saying classic Samsung, great compositions as usual. Yeah. Ooh, you agree with the assessment of the bass. This is great. That was adorable, right? Right? Invested saying, I suddenly feel so innocent. All right. All right. American Josh, dude, that is NDMA right here. Samsung, that was great. Cryptic, welcome in. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well over there. This is Standing in the Rain. Let's listen to it. Oh.
Take what you do best and
Sure.
create a website that's worthy of it.
We all need websites.
I've been standing in the rain. It's getting cold, but I ain't feel no pain. My baby's at home, warm and dry. Another tear's forming in her eye. Ooh, I'm up on my feet when I should be in bed. One more sip, child. I'll be dead. Standing in the rain, yeah. Feeling no pain. Get knocked down, I'll get back on my feet again. Feeling no pain. Out all night, empty bottles and empty cans. When I should be home, being a man. I know she can do so much better than me. I don't know why she don't let this poor boy be. Yeah. Ooh, I'm up on my feet
Control 4 official, it's really hard to believe that's all AI, isn't it? It's just unbelievable. No, I'm just kidding. That's not. Oh, Eric, welcome back, homie. It's good to see you in the mix. Just sending you love. Just sending you love. It's good to see you here. Good to see you. You're all like, wait, what? That's AI. What? Okay, so really, I just want to say, like, I don't have feedback on this one to make it better. This one is already better. Moving on. Seriously though, like, you've just made our afternoon, so. Josh, I love that you love that and that you're not offended, because, man, we live in a time where I could have said that and someone could have been very offended by that, because we all pour our souls into our music. So thanks for being a good sport, for kicking down such great music for us. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Oh, yes. The true journey is the AI we made along the way. That's a very good point, Samsung. You know, very well said. Yeah, you're basically just saying what we all feel on the inside. Yes. Oh, obviously a joke. I totally get it. Control 4. We fooling. All right, Nick. It's you. Nick Flanagan here saying, here's a song I just released. Eddie likes comments. Would be cool. Also, bring us something you're still working on. That way we can help you make it even better. Nick Flanagan.
This just something to ride out to in the whip. Vibe out to as you sliding down the strip. Reminiscing of the times you fly around as a kid with no parental permission. You lie about who you been. Barely can even drive, let alone take a sip or a hit. But I guarantee that you did, swearing these are the days that you'll never forget. And looking back now, it's been a hell of a trip. It's one hell of a ride, slithering under city lights. Nowhere to be but going everywhere. It's Friday night, and we alive maybe now more than ever. And there was nothing better than me and the boys together, just riding and cruising and vibing the music, lively and cool and no fighting the foolish shit. Hyper and stupid, hyping each other up by leaning out the side of a Buick, lighting a toothpick sized blunt, cause we broke all the life of a student. Yeah, and we were held to 10 kids in the whip, rolling deeper than Adele do. I tell you, these are times to remember. Windows down, music blaring in the winter. Heat blowing, no signs of slowing. When we get to where we're going, the party's just getting rolling. Driving like it's stolen, not worried about a thing. And we knew every word to every song as we sing. This just something to ride out to in the whip. Vibe out to as you sliding down the strip. Reminiscing of the times you fly around as a kid with no parental permission. You lie about who you been. Barely can even drive, let alone take a sip or a hit. But I guarantee that you did, swearing these are the days that you'll never forget. And looking back now, it's been a hell of a trip.
Rode the car out of neutral so my pops don't hit the engine start. 3 for 10 blunts, hope these seeds don't blow the rap apart. Wasn't much to it, just some Reggie Miller. Cruising downhill, big road, trying to catch a feeling. I remember the night Aaliyah died, had us all messed up. In my mind, she was mine, I had plans to marry her. Silly kid, look at this, you remember the prom? I had a tux with a cane, plus my hair was hella long. Now the school's torn down, but the memory lives. Thankful social media never saw the things that we did. We wished and we lived, but lost a few along the way. But the one that hit me hard was our little brother Trey, and the homeboy Deshaun, and my big brother Hootie. But life goes on, can't press pause like a movie. So I rewind the memories and let the love flow through me. Reminisce on the good times, cause I miss y'all truly.
This just something to ride out to in the whip. Vibe out to as you sliding down the strip. Reminiscing of the times you fly around as a kid with no parental permission. You lie about who you been. Barely can even drive, let alone take a sip or a hit. But I guarantee that you did, swearing these are the days that you'll never forget. And looking back now, it's been a hell of a trip. Hell of a trip.
All right, Nick, fill us in. How exactly do you fit into all of this? Did you make the beat and you do some of the vocals? Do you do like what is your role in all of this? It's great. It sounds really super fantastic. It sounds really good. Very good stuff. Solid. I can see why it is released. Yeah, I definitely want to hear more. This is what, the second one that we've heard from you? This is a really, really solid beat. What are your plans with this beat? I know that you've released it, but is this thing in a portfolio in a marketplace somewhere where someone can purchase a license? I can imagine people are going to want to use this, not just hear it. You know what I mean? And that's where stuff actually gets some money, I think. You purchase all your instruments and also pay for mixing and mastering. That's his secret right there. Boom. Done. Blazin said, I told you this was dummy hard. It really is. It's quite lovely. It's nice, dude. You've got some secret sauce poured all over this one. It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. Now I want more. Paying the right guy for mastering sometimes can be a good move. Yeah, a finishing move. Infested. It is you. This one is called Candy Day. Ooh. This song is Swedish, by the way. Yeah, dude, Infested, I love this. I love that it's about letting your kids eat candy. Too, it's fun. It feels fun, you know? All right, so you've got the dueling ARP thing. And when you've got the two happening simultaneously, I feel like the lower ARP can come down just a bit and be EQ'd a little tighter so there's a little less mid-low bloat in it. Make a little bit more room for the top ARP to do its thing. The little sample, I think that can come up. Also, like, you could put like a can cracking open in that spot, like some soda or something. So a thought. More volume automation in general. I think that's kind of the big takeaway here for me on this one, is more volume automation to create more separation and accenting throughout the song. So I just feel there's different opportunities for, you know, one ARP to be down a few dB, and then for that relationship to be switched at a point, just to hear the opposite, right? And just more volume changes in general. So where you already have some, I would say make them maybe just a little bit more bold, lean into your decisions just a little bit more. Anyway, I think that's going to translate to keeping in line with this kind of happy, upbeat, kind of bouncy thing. You want these big changes and all this dynamic space between things. So also, the other thing I was hearing in here are there are a couple of opportunities for you to put in a little accenting, like a little double clap, like a or something like that at a really fun point. You could also use a couple little, in my mind, I was thinking about party favors, right? What do kids like to do to like express themselves when all hyped up on candy, right? And, you know, little different types of whistles, bells, things that go ding and sparkle, right? Glitter. So just tiny little things, right? Like a little chime run, a little pop, you know, tiny little like party favorish types of ear candy might feel like good embellishments to include in this one. They all get sticky and nasty. That's what happens. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, good. Excellent. So next step is the ear candy. Okay, great. Sunshine. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. This is good stuff. Thank you for sharing. Less than perfect. It's got one here. You go over there, you do all this feedback over there, and then you come over here and you do all this feedback over here. It's a good Friday. Ooh, the art. All right, this one is who are they looking at?
Looking at us. Who that looking at us?
Luffs are a bit loud on this one, I think. Super nasty. Super nasty. I love all the timbres flying around in this one. It's really lovely. I love all the harmonic detail in the bass. It's great. It's absolutely freaking delicious. Want a little transition support at 137. Maybe just like a little reversal or something. Nothing that gets in the way or has too much of a lead time or anything. Something that gets out of its own way quickly. You know what I mean? Like a fill that's reversed or something. Change it up. Zen saying, as Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future would say, heavy. Control 4 official. You're late for school. Oh, less than perfect. This was freaking rad. This is good. This got the energy up. It breaks some faces. Some good stuff, man. It's good to hear you. Who else is in line here? Dennis. Is this Dennis Pi or Dennis P? Let's go check it. Back it up. This one's from Dennis. PE in English. Here we go. All right. Dennis, this is awesome. I think the hats need to come down. They're a little piercing. Might want to shave just a few frequencies off the top too. They're going to cut through no matter what, but they are just a little bit piercing. Bass up just a little bit. I feel like those two were just kind of tilted in the wrong direction maybe. And just a touch of saturation on the bass will probably help it open up and come forward a little bit. Don't do too much to it by any means. It's a very, very subtle little play, I think. 112, really nice vocal play. Kind of want to hear more here, like, and not trying to like take over direction here or anything, but what if you played with pitch, like doubled up on the vocals, something that is minimal in effect, something that is pretty ear grabbing, something that you could bring in kind of rhythmically, adding a little edge to like certain syllables or something like that. Something like that might be kind of interesting. You could also, since you're playing with so much ducking here, you could play with a little bit of an undercurrent of extra saturation or even delay or something like that that gets interrupted and affected by the ducking order of operations thing. All in all, I feel like the track mostly just feels right. It's not trying to do too much. It's very much staying in the lane. It's got a real good club energy running throughout it pretty consistently. I like this one. Have I tried the new CG2 plugin by Metric Halo, Chris? No. It's like Inflator on steroids. Oh, good. Glad it vibes with you, Dennis. I hope it does help you make it even better. It's a good track. A good track. Cryptic, sorry. Every once in a while I look away from the chat and I just get into the music, typing and all that. Joy to One saying, this groove, fantastic, clean drums. I like this. Yeah. VWNB says, I think I missed a jam. All right, Dennis, this is solid. Drop it. If you're thinking about dropping it and you have not dropped it, do it right now, because I'm going to close it. Control 4. It is you. Happy Friday to you. See what Control 4 official brought in for us here.
right direction to get where. But the truth is that there is no real master. We are all masters.
Yo, that was Control 4. This is a new collab that he's got cooking up with Serenity Flux. And it is super dope. I love it. I love it. There's a couple of things in here. I think the LUFs are just a little bit too high, and if you were to reduce them, it would bring more separation between the sounds, and I would be able to fall into this music more, and I would love that. Other things would be great too, like the blips that are happening at 453 would be lower, and therefore the dialogue would just like skate right over the top of that, and it would feel so ace. At 525, the ARP that's too loud for the dialogue to sit on top of just right, that too would be solved if you backed off that limiting, just because of the proximity between those two different elements. So not much would actually have to change in regards to the mix itself. Just back off some of the limiting and do an A/B test on a couple of different systems and see what you think. Just change it by a factor of like maybe 4 or 5 LUFs and see what you think. What are people saying in here? They love it. Like, this is a fantastic track. Everyone is just bowing down basically at this point. Syndromic says, I did not get bored of this. This is good. You may continue to procure more of this type of song. Carry on. I think that means you get gummies. VW&B, the ARP is loud indeed. With that timbre, it will be very audible at lower volumes too. I like to check this kind of thing from headphones, bleed, or laptop speakers. Yeah, laptop speakers is the best control for sure. Mastering guy is out of control. He's like, yes, this was enough. So I will go further. Joy to one. It is you. Move your body. All right, Joy Dunn. And sorry for not getting your name right before, and thank you for letting me know. Um, I like this one. I like your idea. I just think it's missing the mark in a couple of different ways, mix wise, not arrangement wise. I think you've got the right sounds, and I think you've put them together in the right ways, in the right places. It's just how they're actually being treated and presented that can be done just a little bit differently. So you've got some atmosphere cooking, but the song is not just atmosphere, right? It's all of these other little bits, and the atmosphere is just this thing that sits like right above and behind it that we can all appreciate. Right now, I feel like the Atmos is the track, and I think we can find some separation between those two things here really quick. Um, Reverb. Let's tackle that one first. It's a really big reverb, and it feels like there's a lot of stuff that's going into it. So you can do that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Things sharing one space is a great way to help them all feel like they belong together, right? Like they were all performed in the same space, like they are aligned in at least that way. The one thing that you do want to do is mix going into the verb. So making sure that you are volume mixing going in. So not everything is going in at the same level, of course. And then to also have EQ on those individual elements going in, and then an EQ on that reverb track before the audio comes back into the mix. And in that EQ, you're going to take out the large majority of the highs and the lows. So you're just left with the mid-range of frequencies that you want to reverberate. And that's kind of your utilitarian approach to reverb. Now, to open it up into something bigger than that is entirely artistic choice, right? But to start from that point is a really good choice because it allows you to hear with pretty good perspective how much muddiness and complexity is being introduced to the mix as you start to bring more and more of those frequencies back. It's a good place to start. Also, applying reverb in a parallel rather than a series. So instead of putting reverb directly on the sound, putting it on a parallel track and then sending your sounds to it is probably the way to go with the large majority of sounds, unless you have something like an effect that you really want to baked into. This kind of feels like the reverb is being applied to everything in mass. And I would really encourage you to send it to the reverb and then just take the isolated reverberated signal, just the fully wet signal, and just bring that into the mix just a little bit, like in a measured dose. And that way, it's kind of the difference between putting a snare into the room or a room into the snare. Tighter EQ on individual elements for greater clarity in your overall mix. And then on your highs, just speaking to this a little bit more specifically to the highs, make sure that you do pay attention to those. I know a lot of times you hear people being like, oh, you got to shave out the lows. You got to control those lows. Highs are important too. Can't leave all of the high frequencies there because they stack up on each other. And eventually you're going to get to a point where you've got something really sharp, really pointy in the mix, and that thing's going to be kind of painful to someone. So tap those down with an EQ. All those things will add up to a more enjoyable mix for you. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I hope the feedback really vibes with you. As a drumming saying, that plucky bit can calm down a bit with a little more reverb added. I would suggest taking the song and listening to all elements without the reverb. Then, individually adding just a tiny little reverb and playing around with variations. Save versions of the song, then listen back as you do the stuff around the house or the apartment. See how you feel. Yeah. Eric said, just slap some soothe on it. Call it a day. Yeah. The gentleman's fix, right? Oh, man. I'm Only Salt. Welcome in. Joy Dunn, I'm so glad it all resonates with you, dude. I hope it does help you make it even better. It's already on its way. Oh, you can sideshade the reverb. What I was speaking to is parallel processing. So just instead of, like, you've got a track, and instead of just putting an effect right on that track, which is reverb, instead send that track out to an auxiliary track, and on that auxiliary track, load the reverb. And then just set the output of that reverb plugin to all wet. Don't have any dry signal in it. And now what you have is your original signal over here on the original track and your wet reverb signal, like a send, over on the auxiliary track. And then you can bring up that fader, that volume fader on that reverb track to just the right amount. It's a really tasteful way to add space and reverb to your mix. I'm Only Salt says, hey, I'm definitely guilty of putting different reverbs on every track. Yeah, it can be a really good thing to a point, and then it can just start being really, really detrimental. And it's really just about how long a frequency is allowed to hang in the air while other similar frequencies or the same frequencies are trying to make it through that same space. That's really all it comes down to. So if you have a lot of empty space in your track, you can have a bunch of reverb. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just going to sound like a reverberated sound, which is cool. But once you have multiple sounds or multiple reverbs and multiple sounds, things start to get a little iffy. Just to kind of picture a party where everyone is getting more and more drunk as the party goes on. But also, more and more people are being introduced, right? Now, the really skinny, easy to get around people are the high frequencies. The really drunk and stumbling, big, heavy guys, those are the low frequencies. So you really don't want the lower ones hanging out for very long in the air, because if those guys were floating around in the middle of the air, no one can get through the room without bumping into them. You know what I mean? Those little guys that aren't very drunk and they're in shape, they're fit, they're, oh, excuse me, sorry, they just get right out of the way for you. Those are the higher frequencies. So you just got to really be careful about what you're allowing to hang out in that room with the things that are trying to make it through. I'm Only Salt says, I have a joke for you. Let's see. What's the joke? He made a measure of resistance joke. It's a math joke. Oh, good feedback from everyone in the chat on this one. Like kicking down ideas and different ways that they approach all these things. It's great. It's just good to see everybody rallying for each other in the chat. Blazin, it is you. Syndremic, you are welcome. You take care, homie. You have a good weekend. I would say I'll see you on the other side next week, but we're not going to do live streams next week. Just a reminder, we're not doing live streams next week. It's going to be so boring. So boring. We'll do some reruns. Maybe we'll do some reruns. That might be fun. Some old reruns or something. All right, this one's from Blazin. Sorry, I'm having this fight out in the public with Syndremic in the chat, you guys. Blazin, this is dope. It's been a little while since you brought something by for me. All right, this one, I actually didn't type this out, and I'm sorry for that. I feel like the low end cutoff can be brought up just a little bit. It doesn't have to be a ton off of it, but I do feel like there's a little extra rumble that doesn't actually need to be there, which would be the stuff like in the 20s. So if you were to set a cutoff of 12 dB per octave curve and set it around 40 hertz, it'll shave off some of those in the 20s, and it'll still feel pretty deep and rattly down there. That's my main bit on this one. And I think the sub volume in general can come down, let's say 8 dB, and see what it feels like. It's pretty loud. The subs are pretty loud. I love the width on it though, and the fullness, all of it. All of it. Yeah, cut off up just a little bit, sub down just a little bit. I think this one's good. It has been a bit, right? You've been good? You've been good? You've been streaming still? Oh man, I'm just getting caught up in the chat. Been good, still streaming. Good to hear it, man. Good to hear it. Still making beats. Eric, you're back. I don't know why you were away, and you don't need to share, but I just want you to know that you were missed and you're appreciated, and I'm glad you're back. And I'm really looking forward to hearing this. This one's Subfocus, On and On. Jared Flip. You lost the job. Well, at least you can land with us for a bit, right? Make some tunes. Let's roll. Yes. Make the most of it. Oh.
I can feel the noise. I can feel the speakers bumping through the void. I can feel the love. I can feel the heat. I can feel the bass drum banging on repeat.
Yes. Dude, this is dope. I love hearing you again. It's great. It feels fresh and inspired. Um, really nice use of this vocal sample. I feel like it pairs so nicely with the like the growling, but they're opposites. They're polar opposites, these two things, and they're great together. Breaking Glass, super ace. There's a few different little like embellishments like that, the attention to detail things in here. Caught them, love them. Um, yeah, and I love that you didn't overdo them. Each one that I caught was singular. Backing vocal track, I feel like you can tighten the EQ. Just cut the lowest frequencies just a little bit more before it goes into that reverb, and I think it would feel better. Love the long drags with that bass. It's super nice. Okay, so as just little embellishment things here, I'm listening to this last part of the track here. Here. And it just kind of feels like there could be some things coming at me from reverse, right? Like just kind of reversals, suckbacks, whatever you want to call them. And that they could kind of become kind of rhythmic, right? Like they could kind of come at me in like quicker and quicker and quicker or something. I don't know. I'm hearing something there. Little reversal embellishments. Yeah, Blazing Sand. Eric, it's been a while since I've heard anything from you. I like what you have here so far. Right. Right. You feel that? Excellent. Well, I feel this. So it's good to have you back in the mix, homie. Not that I want you to stay unemployed, but I'm glad that of all of the places you could have gone on your day off, you came here. That's nice. Thanks for spending some time with us, dude. Always good to see you. This next one is from Yuki, and it goes a little something like this. Oh, this is cryptic. Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong... Hold on a second. Just a second here. Where am I? Here I am. This is where I want it to be. Okay. Cryptic. This is you. This is Dreams.
Back at lab. 12:22 p.m. It's Monday. Down now. Do they know? I don't think that they know. Yeah, they don't know. Yeah, they don't know. They don't know. Hey, okay. Hey, okay, this life, they had me sucking up and down and out. I'm staring out the window like a child, trying to find some hope and shooting for the stars, cause they'll take you far. Me, I found a better road, looking at the world in the rise, and thing is just full of lies. Looked that bitch up in the rise and gave an uppercut. Laying with the girl of my dreams is just another
away from what you're doing, but I do think you would have a little bit more clarity and power if you did do that. Easiest way to find, or easiest way to remove it is probably just to use a noise removal tool that will allow you to audition a small amount of audio and then remove those same frequencies, noise X from waves or something like that. Just find a spot in the recording where you're not actually speaking and sample that into the plugin, and don't remove it all. Just a little bit of it. Just a little bit of it. Otherwise, things start to get a little swirly and artifacty. But I think that'll help you. Low end cutoff up to 40 hertz, 12 dB per octave curve. Subchannel down a good 6 dB, might be as much as 8 dB. The LUFS need to come down, I think. Sounds like probably neg 6 on this. I would try to aim for neg 12 on this. That way we can turn it up just a little bit. Lastly, a couple things. Avoid saturating the sub-frequencies below 80 hertz. That's a problem down low. Problem up high is the hats can use just a little bit shaved off the top frequencies. They get a little sharp up there. All in all, solid track. Yeah, foot's tapping. Talking about it in the beginning. What in the beginning? Oh, the noise on the vocal. Yeah. And if that is intentional, then totally fine. Artistic choice. Next. What do we have here? Central. It is you. Central saying, not quite sure what to do with the verse sections. A lot of instruments I tried adding with the guitars take away from the vocal space or just don't fit. Build-ups also haven't been touched up much. May have LUFS issue. It's kind of on the border. All right, let's listen to it. This is Rox Fox.
Sims. You know she a baddie if she plays Sims. Why is bad? Love to wins.
All right. This one's really interesting, dude. The intro bit felt like a little Clockwork Heartbeat kind of thing. Really like the section that opens up around 112. Around 2 minutes, I'm kind of questioning the pad that seems to be pretty consistently present. I feel like it's adding complexity to your mixing job without actually benefiting the music. Is it just me? I kind of want to go back and listen in that one spot and just see. Oh, it's definitely adding. Maybe it just doesn't need to be at that level. Maybe the level could be cut in half and see what that feels like. I think it's just filling up the space so much, and it's driving loudness where there doesn't need to be quite as much. At 328, this ARP seems a little bit loud, and it's kind of on its own a little bit. And then just in general, the delays on this one are really cool because they're building so much of the aesthetic of the track, but then also they are building it up. Like it's being made to be pretty thick and full constantly, and that doesn't leave you the same kind of a positive negative balance that you normally have in your mixes, which might be why you're feeling what you're feeling, right? Where when you go to mix it, what would you say? Tried adding guitars, take away from the vocal space, just don't fit. I think it's because you've kind of maxed out on frequency stuff. So if you were to cut down the decay time and the wet level of the delay, you would still get a lot of the echoes in there, but it wouldn't be as aggressive in the mix. And then you might have room for something like a guitar. And as long as it doesn't have a delay on it, it's probably going to be okay. But again, you have made it more busy with those delays in there. That might be what you're bumping up against there. Yeah, it works as a bridge section, but could find a different fit for it. Yeah, probably. It's the chaos agent, probably. This one. That'd be my guess. Whew. Wow. And we went over by like an hour and a half too. You guys brought some really good stuff today. Some really good stuff. It's like we started and we just did not stop, did we? Oh my goodness. Well, I appreciate all of you guys. We're not going to be doing the streaming next week, as I mentioned, and then I think the following Monday is a holiday. I'll have to keep you guys up to date in the Discord, so you know when not to show up and get your hopes up. But we won't be having a Feedback Friday stream next Friday. That I know for certain right now. But all right, that said, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to kick the box and see who is alive and well and streaming right now. See where we can maybe take this party. Oh, good. E-Town's up. Let's go say hi. I hope you all have a really fantastic weekend and a really good week. I'm going to miss you guys not streaming next week, but we'll catch up with each other over the Discord, I'm sure. And if I forget to run some reruns next week, poke me and remind me that we should run some reruns. And we'll run some reruns, and you guys can watch some old stuff together. All right, I will see you guys on the flip. You have a great weekend, and I appreciate you. Peace out.